is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Victory Tuesday, let's go! How about them Cowboys? We going to the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We going to the Super Bowl.
Let's go. Is it SoFi?
It is back in L.A. You are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco. It's 85 degrees. It feels like 88. The high is 92. The low is 69.
Hey,
fellas.
let's get freaky.
Kurt, are you and Nate either one going to pay attention to this show? Because I tell you what, one person on this show, one person, I'm not going to say who it was, predicted the final score within 4 points. There was one person that said the final score would be 37-21 Cowboys, and he missed it by 4 points.
That was Jesse.
That was Shannon Gross.
That
was Shannon Gross.
That's why he brought it up.
Jesse had a,
I've got to say,
something.
yeah, Jesse was There you go, Jimmy. What a great night all the way around. Ring of Honor guys all over the place. I got to meet our boy Jay from Rhode Island. Our boy Eric sold me out and didn't want to sit around and wait to meet me. That's fine. We'll talk about all that later. We had Tank Lawrence was in attendance at the game, watching from a suite. We had Dez in the suite with him.
Oh, was Dez there?
Dez was there. We had just
Wearing a CeeDee Lamb jersey?
Wearing a CeeDee Lamb jersey. Celebrities out the wazoo. Jason Kidd was there with Dirk in a suite with Emmett. Like, it was just Tim the Tap Man was there. I mean, it was insane, man.
And you?
Hell of a game.
Were you hobnobbing with all those folks? Rubbing elbows?
Nah, I just observed, man. I'm just a fly on the wall.
You know what I just, like, it hit me when I came in a little bit earlier. When we sometimes start to get in onto a player, and it dawned on me. Like, during the spring and the summer and all that kind of stuff, like, you get in it with us. But
when we get in the building.
When we get in the building and you have to start hosting these shows, and these players have to come on these shows,
you figured it out.
This is why you sit over there quiet when we start getting on guys. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Listen, they're not going to do nothing to you. They're not going to do nothing to you.
I am not here. All right, so let me.
Because who do you have tonight for your show?
Tonight is Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson, right? We don't say anything bad about Ced. Yeah, we don't say anything about Ced. But don't be afraid when we get on guys.
I'm not scared, and I've learned this over the years. If a guy's playing bad, he knows he's playing bad.
Be like Duke Washington from Rocky. Touch me and I'll sue. Just say that to him.
I'm not.
Just say touch me and I'll sue.
I'm not worried about physically people doing things.
Are you
to
really?
me.
But seriously,
I'm really not.
All right.
Like, I know those guys aren't going to do any kind of physical altercation. And by the way, like, that's not my personality. I'm not going to go in and challenge it. I mean, the only time I think a guy would fight a guy was if you challenge his heart and his want to and his or talk bad about his family. But I mean,
or touch a lady, Nate. You know what I'm saying? You soon? You ain't gonna get much. You're gonna spend more money on your lawyer and court costs.
I prefer just to hear your guys' opinion. That's what I do as the host. I get your opinions, and if I have one, I'll say it. But like like Anthony Brown. I told y'all don't give up on Anthony Brown. I'm not giving up on the man. Now, if it comes a point where I'm giving up, I'll be like, all right, time to move on. But whatever.
Okay. But that just hit me when I was coming.
But no, you're right. But you're right. My main job with this organization is to run our social media channels and to produce kick-ass digital content. And I have to go to players to have them participate in this stuff. So to me, it's not worth me going in on a particular guy. Like, I don't mind speaking my opinion and saying this guy had a bad game or this position group needs to do better, but I'm not going to go attack a guy personally whenever I have to go try to get them to do stuff for the organization, because what we're able to get as far as content all comes down to the personal relationships you have with a lot of those guys.
All right, so something that happened on the social media for the Cowboys last night. What was the input that you had on that? Then you guys put out the beat by Dallas.
Yeah.
Was that your genius?
That was our group, yes.
Group?
And there was
a group think?
Everything's a group think. Whether it's someone's idea or not, it all winds up usually kind of going around the washing machine in the spin cycle, and then it comes out as this idea, and usually everybody touches it, right? Nate's over there watching film again.
No, I'm looking at the Carolina Panthers. I got a short week. I'm not as smart as y'all. So y'all can talk about what's in the past and what's done happen.
So anyway, I'll get to it real quick because we're going to lose Nate if I don't get over there real quick.
No. I'm like Cooper. You better get to me early, baby. I may just fade out on you, baby. Hey, I want to say this before you get to that.
Go ahead.
I like how Cooper, man. Cooper is letting hey, you going to play tonight? And we did a little deal with him. You going to play tonight? He said, yeah, I'm going to play tonight. He said, well, we thought, hey, man, the players play. Coop said the players play. I'm loving what.
When did he say that? I didn't hear that.
A little interview we had it last night. You know, we do this Cowboys live. Yeah, it's something different than what you do. You get to go to the stadium and hobnob while we be back here, guys like us working, like Jesse, myself, and Kurt. We be actually working. We don't wear our flashy suits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do. I see you on
and
that
for
show.
another thing I want to say, I want to say another thing before I go dormant.
Don't go dormant.
Mother Gross, it took me 2 days. I'm just coming down off them cinnamon buns. I'm letting you. Thank you. But anyway, so y'all go ahead on now.
Were they good? Because she was worried about.
Were
it
they
being
good?
She said they didn't rise enough.
They were good.
They rose in my gut. Yes, sir. Thank you. But y'all go ahead on, man. Y'all got some good conversation.
Basically, it was a group think, and it was a play off the shirt that Sirianni wore,
Well done.
and we were like, yeah, and it was a great win by our social team. So shout out to Presley, Audrey, Brandy, and Zenobia that came up with the graphics. So good job, everybody. Well done. Well done, social team.
Whatever he just said was great.
The ladies upstairs.
All right, let's get into the game, man. I mean, where do y'all want to start? Kurt, Jesse, where you want to start? What was your favorite part of the game?
I said on my pregame show, if the Cowboys, I said if Dak Prescott, because you always have to tie the quarterback with the team. Mm-hmm. If Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys wanted to be considered serious playoff / Super Bowl contenders, not only do you have to win games like this against the Eagles, a far inferior team, you got to dominate. You just can't beat these guys. And then I get it. I understand it is hard to win in the National Football League. But if you want to put yourself and your team on that pedestal with the other ones that we talk about, there's games like this that you got to come in, especially against a division opponent, and put the smack down. And I think the Dallas Cowboys did that.
They did
last night in offensively and defensively. It was a dominating performance by a plethora of dudes. And we'll start with Dak. He didn't have a 300 to 400 yard passing game.
He's a mechanic, baby.
Mechanic?
Yes.
A mechanic?
Yes.
He just goes to work?
He just goes to work, baby, and fix anything that's wrong. Okay. He goes to work and fix anything that's wrong. He's a mechanic, baby. Go ahead on. Jesse, you rolling, baby.
No, I mean.
Smackdown.
A dominant. And I don't remember who gave the quote, but it was, we're going to definitively and dominantly take what the defense gives us. I think Kellen Moore said that.
Yes, he said that.
Yeah.
Aggressively take what
what the defense gives us. And you saw that on display last night. We knew what they were going to be up front. Like, we knew Fletcher Cox, Big Nate talked about Hargrave and those guys, Sweat, all those guys up front. We knew that. We knew we was going to get up front. But they came out. They established themselves at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
They said, okay, you guys want to play back in that too high? No problem. Cool. Oh, hey, by the way, here's Blake
Dalton Schultz
and Blake Jarwin. We'll just route you up tight and wise. You saw Zeke come back and get those pounding body blow type runs.
Folks up last
He
night.
was beating folks up last night. And Then they said, okay, we're going to come
For
a little
you
bit.
non-believers.
And then, now you want to get like, you know what?
I'm just looking at Kurt. Man, me and Kurt got a little.
Okay.
Me and Kurt got a little.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. And so, but it was offensively, it was a dominating performance. They did what they wanted when they wanted. My only small critique, I have 2 small critiques offensively.
Yes, sir.
Kellen Moore. We don't have to get cute. Like, it's like Kellen will take.
Thank you.
He'll take these gigantic steps in a positive direction, and then he'll
Here
do
come
this.
a reverse.
He'll just go.
Why?
Down by the red zone.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Why do a reverse? Why set Dak up to do a 5-7-step drop in the end zone and you know that your guys really can't hold up like that up front? Don't do that. Like, just don't do stuff where you just don't naked boot Dak for RPO run on the outside with nobody at the. Don't do certain stuff like that. Just don't do that. Like, literally, if you're gonna eliminate those mental farts throughout the game, he would be my offensive coach of the year thus far. At least one of them. And then defensively, I mean, we're not giving enough flowers and enough praise to Dan Quinn. What he's been able to do.
They really bought into him.
What he has been able to do with.
I mean, you had your 6-string guys out there.
The defensive line was banged up, but yeah.
You can tell a coach, you can tell the general manager, the player personnel guy as a defensive coordinator, this is how I'm going to use each guy. We talked to Quinn, and I told you as we was talking to Quinn in training camp, he said, I'm going to use this guy like this, and then I'm going to use guys. I said, well, Coach, you giving us – no, I don't care. This is what we have to do. He said, I told the owner, I told the general manager, which is really Steven, this is what – if you give me this guy, this is what I use him for. Every guy has a role, and they play that role, much like Belichick does. Mm-hmm. You have a role. And don't get outside of your role or you'll be on this bench. And each guy plays within his role. Now, I need for Bohannon to get a little bit lower. This ain't the SEC, bro. You got to get a little lower because they scoop you up out of there a couple of times. But you got to get a little lower. And so this is what these guys are doing. And they said this kid will play defensive end again. And we like, nah, you can't just isolate him. Well, he got to have sack. He disrupted some things. I saw where he came down with Randy Gregory forced something, and he sat down in there on the opposite side, got a hit for a loss. I still would like to see more of linebacker, but they are buying into what this guy is saying. They are believing. And we got so many defensive backs. Is that really the issue now? Is defensive back? Because I don't know who's the starter, who's the big nickel, the little nickel.
Does it matter?
That's what I'm
Let
saying.
him play.
I think that's part of it too. It's obviously Quinn is maybe the off-season pickup of the year or whatever, but they've added so many new guys. You know, like Curse is coming out, and he's becoming a leader. Kazee on the back end. I mean, these guys are stepping up and really making an impact. Plus the rookies. I mean, Osa had 1.5 sacks. Parsons doing his thing. I mean, second-year man Diggs is becoming a shutdown guy. I mean, it's amazing how fast they've kind of. Now it's the Eagles, so maybe we can't jump the gun. But they've really rebuilt it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes,
sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they didn't come out and dominate, I'd be like, come on, it's the Eagles.
You know, my favorite part about the game is that it's twofold. That it's the Eagles, but you beat the hell out of them. Right?
Yeah.
20 points. And the old Cowboys, whenever Fletcher Cox, your boy can still play at 30, by the way.
I told you.
Whenever he stripped sack right in his chest, scored a touchdown, the old Cowboys, it'd have been like, the momentum would have shifted, and it would have been a dogfight all the way to the end. These guys don't know they're supposed to lose this game. These guys think, okay, we're still going to go beat the hell out of them. Like, that didn't go – like, I think you're starting to see a bunch of young guys, especially on defense, that don't know that you traditionally would lose those type of games.
Right.
Well, like you talked about, I mean, there was the culture of maybe Garrett, and now you've got all these guys that don't know that.
Right.
You know, they got their own culture they're building. So you can see it. You can see it on the field.
And the long play of this thing is, which is going to be phenomenal, is we're doing this with a bunch of backups and backup to the backups. Right. Like, we're still waiting for Kelvin Joseph. We're still waiting for Nashawn Wright. We're still waiting for Neville Gallimore. You know who a name
Tristan Hill?
I was going to say, we ain't talked about, we're still waiting for Tristan Hill. Like, there are a number of guys. If Tank Lawrence comes back at some point in time this year, think about the the long play of this is now I have gotten defensive inexperience to Micah Parsons. Osa has gotten reps. Golston has gotten some of his first reps. I mean, now you add Randy Gregory to the mix. Bradley and Nile come back from COVID, and he'll get more in the mix. I've limited my play for Jalen and Leighton in some situations. So it's like I don't have to keep them out there for 50 snaps and allow those blunders to happen more often. They can play 25, 30, and have less mental breakdowns. When Donovan Wilson comes back, now you'll have Kazee, Donovan Wilson, and Curse. So and Trevon Diggs is, and I said this last night on my show, I was wrong. Because last year I said when he got hurt, I said we had nothing to play for. Let him just get 100% healthy, go into the offseason, and then start from there. But they brought him back, and he played that tail end of the season, and he got those valuable reps. And he is coming to this year a different dude. Like, he's coming to this year with a level of a dog. He has become a dog. And last night, what I loved about it was he had that arrogance about him, was like, I'm going to do what I want to you. Like, I'm going to
run
get in your face.
route for you.
I'm going to get in your face. I'm going to step over you. I'm going to talk trash to the quarterback. Like, and that's the kind of arrogance, confidence, cockiness I want from my corner. I'm sorry. I want that from my corner to let me know I don't care. Mike Evans, I'm on you. Keenan Allen, I'm on you. Devontae Smith, my Bama brother, I'm on you. And if you can continue that trend, and it always helps when you add those interceptions to it, you get a pick six, that confidence just builds and builds and builds.
And the next quarterback kind of be like.
And the next quarterback goes, we ain't going to quite go over there to that side.
Only the second Dallas Cowboy ever to have an interception in the first 3 games of a season. The other guy,
Cubby.
Number 24, not bad company. Let's take our first break. When we come back, man, is Dak a top 5 quarterback now?
Ooh.
And Connor McGovern as a fullback. Nate, what did you think about the big guy? When we come back,
big guy hit in there.
And more
Big guy hit in
on
there.
Victory Tuesday. It feels so good to beat the hell out of a team, and it feels even better that it was the Eagles. We'll be right back on Hangin' with the Boys.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the most searched podcast on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network on YouTube, and that would be Hangin' with a G and Hangin' without the G with the boys. Rally Day number 2, head to AT&T Stadium on Sunday, October the 2nd. That's this Sunday. Man, it's already October. To experience Rally Day presented by SeatGeek, take a tour of the stadium, play games, get autographs from your Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and more. Visit attstadium.com/rallydays for tickets and more information. If you're coming in town, go check it out. And Chris, set this. You got a little sound bite for us. Set this up. Who is this and what is this about?
This is from last night after the Cowboys win. It was the opposing team press conference. Jalen Hurts had some comments about his play and moving on. So listen, I think this is more of a Jesseism. Hold on a second.
You take you a deuce. You don't sit there and look at it. You flush it and move on. We're gonna flush it and move on.
Now, who is this saying that?
Is that real?
That is real.
That's
after
Jalen.
the game.
That's Jalen Hurts
after the game, and that is a Jesseism for sure.
Can you play that one more time? I thought it was Jesse for real.
You take you a deuce. You don't sit there and look at it. You flush it and move on.
I actually
move on.
He's wrong. He's wrong. There isn't a human alive, especially man. When you take a solid deuce, you look at it.
Wow.
You look at it.
Oh, my God.
Man, that thing came out of me.
Said that.
Wow.
Hey, I as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, that's
I don't know. That's kind of that's it. I could see Nate saying that too.
No, I'm not gonna say that one. Let me tell you this right here.
Look at your deuces when you're done.
What's that? Man, I don't even, that word means a whole different thing with me anyway, so I don't even want to go there with that type of word. I'm serious.
I want to know what that means in the break.
I'm Lord Jesus,
man. Somebody suggested me the other day that we need a pay-per-view version of this show where it's nothing but
the guy called in.
Us,
he was talking about it.
Yo, is that what it was?
Yeah.
He wants a pay-per-view of just the breaks.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No.
We don't need that.
We would all probably be out of a job.
Yeah, some trouble.
We'll have to rely on that pay-per-view to take care of us.
Yes, we would need those views to be up.
You know, I listened to several radio shows.
Did you listen to my show?
I listened to no. I got to start listening. You got to give me all the numbers and everything, because I think me and you be working at the same time while Shannon be running around and you're getting screenshots,
lollygagging.
I'm tell you something, man. Is our fans in the Metroplex? Is something wrong with them?
Why?
And our radio personalities, because around the world.
Don't insult the fans.
I ain't finna insult them. I just want to ask, is something wrong with them? Because 2 weeks ago, I hear about how close we came to beating Tampa Bay. Now I hear
moral victory.
Yeah. Now I hear we beat the brakes off of this Philadelphia team, but all I can hear is about what about this and what about that, and is we protecting our hearts?
Yes,
100%. I ain't protecting mine. I'm gonna let my eyes tell me we're a good team.
Nate, the recent history of this team sets you up for failure when it comes to emotional support. Of
I'm
team.
not trying to get a free trip to Mexico. I'm talking about trying to get.
He didn't miss his last 2 trips to Mexico.
I'm trying to get a free trip to the NFC Championship.
He's in a hole
game.
with Mexico money.
Yeah. You know what though? I was smart enough to see the future, and I didn't schedule it this year. And it looks like a good bet so far, doesn't it?
Yeah,
we going to the Super Bowl.
Quit trying to protect your hearts and enjoy the game is what I'm saying. Enjoy the game. It's hard to win.
Live it week to week, right?
The people like, what do you thought right before the half and it's right? Well, the only reason I wanted them to call a timeout is because if I go to training camp this year after this successful season, and I hear one more mojo moment, and then a mojo moment come in the game, and you don't take advantage of the mojo moment.
Coach needs to work on those mojo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What we heard. Mojo! I mean, it just wore us out like, here's another mojo moment. Hey, with 50 seconds left, you got the ball on this. Let's do. We had that situation last night.
Yeah.
And don't tell me, we was worried. These dudes was 4 of 12 on third down. So don't tell me how successful they was on third down.
It was like 3rd and
It
19
took them
or
a
something,
whole game to get 12 first downs.
It was 3rd and 24.
Thank you.
There was 1:51 left in the half. They had 2 timeouts.
Mojo moment ready to be happening. And what we do? We like, nah, we just satisfied that we was a little bit ahead. Man, crush these dudes.
Maybe you couldn't see the clock.
Not defending Mike.
Yeah,
Not
I know,
defending Freaky Mike.
but to defend Freaky Mike.
I'm not defending. I think dude is bored. I really do think. I don't think he's tuned into the game. When you have no duties, I think sometimes he be like, you know what, them halftime hot dogs is on my mind. I think he be thinking about the halftime hot dogs. He has nothing.
What's wrong with you?
Huh?
What is wrong with you?
He never had the halftime hot
But
dogs.
you don't get that in the middle of a game. A coach ain't thinking about no hot dog. They ain't that good.
Man,
I've been in the middle. You ain't never been in the middle of the game thinking about getting something to eat at halftime?
Man, shoot, when we ain't playing no more, when I'm out of the game, man,
That's what I'm saying.
But he's the coach.
I didn't.
But what is he doing? He's not calling offense. He ain't calling
None of
defense. So every now and again,
And
that
he
aroma,
definitely ain't calling the special team.
he ain't calling the special team. So that aroma come through, it whizzed past your nose whiskers, and the stomach start growling. He be like, you know what? I missed pregame
Sure
meal.
wish I was back in Wisconsin get me old brats.
Do they have somebody? I mean, wasn't there somebody in the press box and be like, "Hey, coach, hey,
Mike, if you need a guy,
here.
I am doing something on Sundays, but for the right price, you can bribe me and I'll come down and I'll help you.
Come down and do what?
I'll help him.
Clock management.
manage.
Some teams have. Does this team have one?
I mean,
clock management guy.
I don't know.
Some teams have them.
I mean,
Chris, do we have a clock management guy?
I'm sure there is. I mean, what's McAdoo up there doing?
Fire him.
I mean, we've got 4 former head coaches on the squad here. If you even think about it,
Who you got? Quinn, McAdoo.
You've got Fossil. He was the Rams head coach when
I don't
they
trust him
fired
with nothing. And his boy missed another extra point. Just wanted FYI while we having a good time.
And then the offensive line coach used to be a head coach in Miami.
Philbin?
Yeah, Philbin. So
All I know
all poor clock management
is 5 times
birds of a
each
feather
practice.
flock together.
They'll stop practice and all this thing a mojo moment. And when everybody looking, it's 3rd and this or it's 5th and this, and we just got the ball back and we got these. I'm like, boy, here go mojo moment. And coach let it pass right by. I'm like, wow, we missed the mojo moment.
do you think them getting the ball the second half, meaning the Eagles, had anything to do with it?
That's why I've been trying to get
That's why I
all
need
the
the
points.
points.
I've been trying to get all the points I could get, bro.
But the thing is say fumble, they return it, and now they get the ball.
If you're gonna play scared like that, then
I'm just saying,
get a pit bull or something. Get a dog. You like get something. Like you can't play. You gotta know. Like that's what, as a head coach, you gotta know that my guys are just way more dominant tonight than their guys, and let's go ahead and assert our dominance on these jokers every single chance we get. And I think that was a missed opportunity. It was a missed opportunity to bang the timeout and then put your football team back out there and say, Dak, go do some more work.
And here's where Amari, CeeDee Lamb, Wilson, in your backs, and your offense gets to practice live what you've been doing in practice.
Situational football.
This was the perfect opportunity. And now that's the only thing I'm looking at. I ain't looking at, okay, this, that, and the other, he a dummy, this, that. I'm looking at this was just an opportunity. This is how Tom Brady became Tom Brady. Because Belichick said, hey, I don't know if he used mojo moment or work time moment or whatever moment he used, but this is how you do it.
Yes.
Am I correct?
No, you're right.
Jimmy would have been like, okay, let's see what we can do here. Noah, do you have something that you want to, because we crushing these dudes, let's continue to crush them. Now, we won the game, and believe me, I went home last night, man. I had to stop myself. I'm running 85, just happy. I'm like, man, let me slow down here. I'm going up too fast, So hey, I'm excited, but I've moved on.
All right, let us move on to. We got to take our last break. When we come back, is Dak finally becoming that dude?
And I want to tell y'all this kid. Somebody need to reprimand this kid for what he said with the Jetson moment. I'm serious.
Oh, you talking about Jalen Hurts? You said reprimand him.
About to do
Don't do that. Don't
Tell him
do
the truth.
Yeah.
All right,
Gotta flush it.
we're gonna find out what Deuce means to
And
Nate.
make sure we off air. We need no hot mics.
I know what Deuce means. I know what Deuce means.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We'll
saying.
be right back on Hanging with the Boys.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. When there's work to be done, a real workhorse can make all the difference. Like the Range Boss package. Our 5075E John Deere 75 horsepower tractor features a bell spear and loader and starts at $369 per month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay. No surprises. It works like a horse, so you don't have to.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now, let's get to work.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Check out the new Miller Lighthouse located outside AT&T Stadium where Dallas Cowboys game day traditions are born. Enjoy yard games, Dallas Cowboys cheerleader performances, beer gardens, and more. For more information, visit attstadium.com/Miller Lighthouse. Miller Lighthouse, your tailgate just got jealous, and that place was jumping last night before the game and after the game. And thank goodness we cleared up a little deuce talk while we were in the break. We'll save that for the pay-per-view. But I do want to share a cool moment with you guys last night. If you haven't checked out our social media channels, I ran into a former 88 getting on the elevator. Des Bryant was in attendance at the game, and he wound up over in, I think it's Zeke's suite, but Tank Lawrence was over there in his little boot and his little leg scooter. So I ran over, and I noticed he was wearing an 88 jersey, and I was like, is Dez wearing his own jersey? And Chris was next to me. He goes, no, he's wearing a CeeDee Lamb jersey. And I was like, that's pretty awesome. Let me go get a picture or a quick video of it. So I ran up, and Dez was all about the 88 Club. So I thought it was pretty cool that Dez showed up in a throwback double star 88 jersey that actually had CD on the back of it and was supporting his fellow 88.
So no love for Antonio Brown.
No, I think Bill Parcells still has that jersey that got thrown out. All right, question for you guys in closing out the show here the last 10 minutes. Is Dak finally becoming that dude? Because I know we talked about on this show. We had him around 10, maybe up to 7, and what we needed was to see him take games and take control and put the team on his back. Is he that guy? Is he finally becoming a top 5 quarterback that you would say? I mean, I mean, if you watched Aaron Rodgers the other night, you still got to say he's probably the best.
I mean, he ran off like he dropped the mic the other night.
Didn't he?
Aaron Rodgers just like, okay.
He spiked the ball, was like, let's go.
Come on, man. Get the game over
37
with.
seconds. Come on. Y'all screwed up. Give me that ball back. I mean, he's got to still be.
He dropped the mic.
Up, boys. We're out of here.
But with the way that Dak is not only managing the game, the way that he's reading the field, the way that he's making all the throws, like
I don't need that. I was waiting. Remember the other day?
Yeah,
I got a play already designed.
Yeah, and changing the plays at the line.
Man, I like that.
And like, is he becoming that dude, or is he that dude? We're just witnessing it.
I think he's there. I mean, we've been talking about, in the past that Dak hadn't quite reached that level, and quarterbacks. I mean, you know better than I do. Quarterbacks have that kind of growing period where they have the talent, but they may not have mentally the knowledge of the game and the system and all that. They have to kind of learn what to do, and sooner or later, you hope the mental part reaches the physical, matches up with the physical part. I think if he's not there, he's real close. I think he's getting to that point where he is one of the best quarterbacks. He's taking what they give him. He's managing the game. I think he's definitely a leader, so I think he's there.
I need 2 playoff victories.
And then he becomes that guy?
Yes, sir. I need 2 playoff victories. He's taking command of the offense because he told, hey, I don't need that set. I already got a play in my mind. The tight end flick out first. He got that. That's what I've been begging Jesse for the last 2 years. I see that now. But I need 2 playoff victories.
And Jesse, you smiling like a proud brother over there.
But still, you think what he's doing now in the regular season, he's on another level. He's growing.
You got to do it when it counts, though, right?
You know what, y'all? I'm gonna tell you.
We've seen this before, Kurt.
No, not to this level. I don't think.
We've seen this before. You get into that upper echelon with those dudes.
Yeah.
When you take your team. Like, this is fun, right? This is enjoyable. We like the evolution. We like where he's going. We like how he's becoming more of the complete quarterback. He had some throws last night that even the one at Cedric Wilson that was out of bounds, that's rolling to your left, throwing a frozen rope 40 yards down the field. That's a throw that we haven't seen Dak Prescott do and complete before. He had some throws last night that was just, big time.
He unlocking the hips now.
Yeah.
He unlocking the hips
that
now,
was big time. But
yeah,
I mean, Nate said it best, man. You want to get put in that conversation. You don't get put in that conversation by regular season success. Yes, he has evolved and he's in the conversation. But to have a seat at that table with those elites, you gotta do it when it matters.
Yeah, I don't know if I totally agree with you guys. I mean, I agree. You got to win in the playoffs, but I think he's taking that next level. Where
you can't tell Charles Barkley that. You can't tell Charles Barkley that.
All the championships he won.
All the championships he didn't win. I'm talking about Charles Barkley, the basketball player.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He played in the NBA Finals, never won. And he sits there with Shaq and Kenny Smith, and every time Shaq say, win a championship, he just...
Would you say, let me ask you this, Kurt. I got to quit saying that. Let me ask you this. I say that way too much. Let me just ask the question. Is Matt Ryan that guy?
Well, maybe we're thinking of 2 different things. You're talking about elite quarterbacks. I think Matt Ryan has that level.
Elite?
He has that level.
Is he elite?
On the field, yes. Is he winning as a winner in the playoffs? No. But he's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to the playoffs several times. But he has the knowledge of the physical.
A couple of years ago, I gave him
manage
elite,
a game.
I gave him elite status a couple of years ago because he's getting older now, so he's not maybe our top 5. But I gave him elite because he went to a Super Bowl. It's too many quarterbacks out there that's doing the regular season thing.
Matt Stafford.
Yeah, now Matt Stafford has a chance to say, you know what?
Watch out.
You don't think Matt Stafford was a good quarterback before? He was surrounded by trash.
He's a good quarterback.
You keep saying good quarterback.
Yes, we do.
You're talking about great or elite.
I mean, he was surrounded by trash.
Great and elite is
now now he's elite because he's got better guys around him.
All right,
we'll see.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say that. I say we'll see.
I didn't say that
we'll
either. I'm saying he's a good quarterback. He's always been a good quarterback. Yeah. But you don't put him in that conversation with those other quarterbacks. Why?
Why?
Because he was home at the end of December. Year in, year out. Put up all the gaudy numbers you want, 40, 45 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. He did it all. Yeah. But he never got put in that conversation. You never talked about Matt Stafford being an MVP considered quarterback
I think
when he was in Detroit.
It's two different things to me.
So break it down to us. What are the two different things that you're saying?
One, I mean, you're saying he's elite because these guys have championships.
No, we're not saying we're not saying.
We're saying playoff
in general,
wins.
Quarterbacks have success in the playoffs. They're the elite guys, right? I'm saying that, but Dak has taken a step where on the field mentally, the game, the management is starting to catch up with what he can do physically.
Right.
See,
and so that keeps him.
We need more time.
That keeps him at the door. And the only thing that is keeping him at the doorstep, because you're right, we're seeing the evolution, we're seeing the growth, we're seeing the command, we're seeing all those things.
Right.
But what's keeping him out of the VIP section, what's keeping him out of the club with those other dudes,
is those mojo moments. I'm serious. I'm telling you, Tom Brady was losing 17-30. Who was in the end of the game still throwing passes, still trying to figure out what's going on? So when he see these guys again, he will have tape on this. The elite guys are on a different level. Aaron Rodgers, okay, we got beat, y'all. Chill out. I got the next 2 games. And he put this team literally on his back. Dak is getting there. What takes you over the top is playoff wins. I didn't say a Super Bowl. I ain't even thinking about Super Bowl. But when you have a chance to do something that's elite, you do it. You run down to your coach and say, man, we need a timeout. We need a timeout.
I was saying the same thing. In my head,
we need a timeout so I can get my guys so we can go through this situation. So we are talking about 2 different things. We are, because I need playoff wins. Just going 13-3 like this dude with the Ravens doing don't impress me.
So you're saying Dak's there,
yes,
knocking on the door, but Russell Wilson's got his foot on the door because he's done it, right?
Yes,
he's like,
sir.
What you need?
Right. Go get one and you come in.
Kid, come on back. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're almost there. Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing.
Give me to the third week of the playoffs.
When Tom Brady them lost to the Rams the other day, I promise you, everybody's saying, okay, we beat Tom Brady, the Rams. The whole organization saying, yeah, we beat Tom, but do we want to face them again in the NFC Championship game? Do we really want to face them again?
Interesting. All right.
All right, before we get out of here, Chris has
you snatched my thing loose.
It wasn't me. You got all excited over there.
Chris has a photo. I got to share a special moment yesterday with longtime listener and guy that has given us many moments of joy over the years. There's Jay from Rhode Island right there hanging out. He did what Eric...
Jay looked like his voice.
He did exactly
he does
like
look
him.
like his voice.
I saw him across the parking lot. I was like, that's Jay. He did what Eric wasn't willing to do, and that was come meet me. So, Jay, you are our VIP listener.
Yes. So do we suspend Eric, or we just give him a break? We give him grace.
He just,
we grace him this time.
Yeah. Whenever we give him some grace. He just, I thought he...
Don't you do this to our guy, Shannon.
Thought this was more important.
He's a little more sensitive than y'all think.
Who?
And let me say this.
I'm very sensitive.
Let me say this for our boy Jay in Rhode Island. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shannon gave me the donation. You on that Nate Newton tip where you don't understand technology.
Don't do that. Oh, man. I'm not elite.
You're not elite. You're
on the doorstep, man.
You're on the doorstep, bro.
At least I give a donation.
You on the doorstep of being elite, but you ain't.
So me and Jay ain't elite.
No, y'all not elite. Y'all dinosaurs. Okay. Y'all still living in the ice age. You got to evolve, man. If you want to get in that club with the elite, you got to get some technology now. But Jay, thank you so much, man.
Yes,
Holly's Helping Hands appreciate you, and this will go to a fantastic call because we're right around the corner from Holly's Helping Hand Christmas deal. We're right around the corner.
You think we get everybody there on time this year?
I'll be there on time. I'll be there on time. I was dealing with some stuff last year. I'll be there this year. Yeah. So.
And change the baby before you leave the house.
Stop it, Nate.
You was late. You was late to Danny McCray's thing too. You always late, man.
You was late to Danny McCray thing.
He was late.
I was hosting a show.
No wonder he wouldn't come back and help me. Like, I'm already late. Nate, forget you. I took care of you.
Nate was hosting the show with me. We were doing that show. But no, Jay, thanks, man. You've supported us since day one. We really appreciate
Absolutely.
you and Eric and everybody else, G and all you guys
Anthony
that call in.
Miami.
My dude.
Anthony,
What's the guy from Florida? We got a guy from Florida,
Anthony.
right? Anthony.
My dude.
Our guy from Philip from France. Everybody, man. Y'all make this show what
Mo
it is.
from Kuwait. We got Muhammad from Kuwait. Didn't he call in last week?
And what's to do with the great voice?
Reginald from Arkansas.
Yeah, the great
Oh,
voice.
yeah.
So all you guys make this show what it is. We appreciate everyone.
Andrew from England.
Andrew from England.
Yeah.
Paul Jesse, who wasn't here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He wanted to talk to you so bad. And
Yeah, you did, man. Wow. He almost started crying.
He was at work last week and couldn't listen to the show, and he just called because he knew
Cold
what time.
call.
And he was like, Jesse, and we were like, Jesse ain't on the show today. He was like,
Jesse.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But no, thank you everybody for listening. Once we get this COVID stuff figured out, when you guys come in town, you day one guys, we're going to get y'all in the studio somehow once we get all this stuff figured out. So I hate that we couldn't get Eric, you and Jay on the show, but we'll make it happen eventually. So, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Great show, man. Great victory. This was a fun show. Jesse, thanks for bringing it. Nate, thanks for bringing
Hey, thanks,
the show.
Mark Gross. Keeping me up.
Thanks for explaining
48
to us.
hours. I'm finally able to go to sleep.
Thanks for explaining to us the sensitivities around Deuce in the break.
I heard that so wrong. I apologize. I apologize to the kid. But I will not apologize to a coach that think he can beat the Cowboys first time out.
Let's go.
You got
Chris. Chris, thanks for keeping us on
How
the
about
air.
them boys?
William, thanks
dominating
for
the
keeping us alive.
Philadelphia Eagles.
We will be back tomorrow.
Coach City on it. Coach City on it.
Let's take some calls tomorrow. We'll be back.
No, we taking calls and we got offense, defense.
Let's do both.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
take a couple of calls.
Cool. I'm with you.
Offense,
I'm rolling.
defense. Let's
I'm
go.
rolling.
See you tomorrow.
I'm rolling.
Hang with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.